Golden milk and the 54 reasons you should be drinking it. The key ingredient in golden milk is a spice that is being extensively researched for its human health benefits. If you have a quick look through the search results, you'll see that a lot of those papers are providing results and conclusions from clinical trials. Of course, the spice we are referring to is turmeric, and its active ingredient curcumin. If you have an interest in health, I bet you have heard all sorts of claims made in the media about this miracle spice. But how accurate are these claims? I've spent a couple of days going through hundreds of papers on turmeric to pull out the potential health benefits that have scientific evidence to back them up. The benefits listed below are the main ways curcumin and/or turmeric have been shown, in medical research, to positively affect human physiology. Or I have listed references to the original research. Please be aware that my references are not an exhaustive list. I have tried to include the one or two papers I felt were the most important for each benefit, but feel free to do your own search. You'll usually find a lot more. After looking at this list, you cannot fail to be impressed with the potential of turmeric and curcumin to fight many of the health problems we face today. But I also want to caution you against jumping in feet first and sprinkling turmeric on everything from cornflakes to your beef bourguignon. This video does include details of some potential problems that certain individuals may face, and everyone should be aware of. Okay, so onto the list, which currently stands at 54 potential benefits of turmeric. Research has shown that turmeric may have the following properties. How to use turmeric? There are many ways you can introduce turmeric into your diet. While Indian and Pakistani cuisine are one of my favorites, this video will show you another way: golden milk. Golden milk holds a special place in my diet as a soothing, comforting beverage in the morning, or at bedtime. There is one main reason I personally drink golden milk, and golden coffee, see later. It's a simple, but valid reason: it's delicious. If I am getting health benefits too, then this really is a win-win. But before we look at golden milk, I wanted to cover a little background information that adds a little context to why active research is being carried out. Turmeric has a long, distinguished history. Turmeric, native to South Asia, especially India, is a bright yellow spice that comes from the rhizomes of the turmeric plant, Curcuma longa. In Sanskrit, turmeric has at least 53 different names, including Haridra, the yellow one, but it is the Arabic name, curcum, that I find interesting. Curcum means saffron, which leads to this spice being referred to, and still is, as Indian saffron. Turmeric's use dates back nearly 4,000 years to Vedic culture in India, where it was used in both cooking and religious rituals. It became a major component in traditional Indian medicine, Ayurveda, and it probably arrived in China by 700 AD, where it was used in traditional Chinese medicine. During his travels in China in 1280, Marco Polo said, "There is also a vegetable that has all the properties of true saffron, as well as the smell and the color, and yet it is not really saffron." In both Hinduism and Buddhism, turmeric is linked with fertility, luck, and the sun. It is often used in wedding ceremonies and given as a gift to pregnant women, though traditional Chinese medicine states that turmeric should not be ingested during pregnancy. In southern India, the dried root is even worn as a protection against evil, to help healing, or for good luck. In Ayurveda, turmeric has the following properties: rasa, pungent, bitter, astringent; virya, warming; vipaka, pungent qualities; light, dry, digestive actions on the doshas; tridoshic, balances vata, pitta, and kapha, action on the mind; sattvic. In traditional Chinese medicine, turmeric is defined as category, herbs that invigorate the blood; nature, warm; taste, bitter; pungent; meridian affinity, spleen; liver; other names, jiang huang. According to traditional Chinese medicine, turmeric invigorates the blood, helps with the movement of qi, and eases pain. In traditional medicine, turmeric has been used for prevention and treatment as an antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, for asthma, bronchial hyperactivity, allergy, liver disorders, anorexia, rheumatism, sinusitis, purifying the blood, relieving wind, dispelling parasites, improving digestion, regulating menstruation, dissolving gallstones, and relieving arthritis. As you've seen from the research above, the evidence is stacking up in favor of turmeric for a wider range of issues, like cancer, diabetes, psoriasis, fatty liver disease, cirrhosis, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementia, and heart disease, to name a few. With so many health benefits associated with turmeric, there is little wonder that it has found its way into the diet. And so we get to the main event, golden milk. This has to be my favorite way of using the spice. But I'll warn you now. Don't wear white when making it. What is golden milk? Golden milk is a warm, comforting drink made from milk and spices. The most important ingredient in golden milk is turmeric, which gives golden milk its yellow color. I will give you some recipes to get you started in a moment, as well as recipes for unusual, yet equally delicious alternatives, like my own personal favorite which I call golden coffee. Before I do that, I need to discuss something that is very important when you use turmeric. Ignoring this fact will likely mean you miss out on its potential health benefits. And understanding this fact will give you the power to experiment with the recipe to find your own favorite while giving you the best chance of benefiting from its active ingredients. You'll also understand why Indian curries are a great way to ingest this spice. So, what's the issue with turmeric? Turmeric can, and is, added to a wide range of food recipes. But even if you consume this spice, chances are very little it will end up being absorbed by your body. Turmeric doesn't have a great record in terms of absorption into the bloodstream. It's also rapidly metabolized and eliminated from the body. Therefore, we need to do everything we can to help coax the active ingredients into our blood and keep it there long enough to benefit from it. But the effort is clearly worth it because, despite the problems with getting it into our circulatory system, turmeric and curcumin continue to be explored as an alternative and effective treatment to a number of disorders. Pharmaceutical companies are even creating structural analogs to use for treating disease. Increasing turmeric's bioavailability. There are a number of simple measures we can take to help the active ingredients get into our bodies in a form that we can use. They are, use heat. It may be that the turmeric needs to be boiled for 10 minutes to increase its bioavailability, and we don't go that far in the recipes we offer here, but the heat also makes a more comforting drink, as I am sure you'll agree when you try it. Add fat. Turmeric is fat-soluble, meaning it has a better chance of making it through to the small intestine to be absorbed into the blood. Add quercetin. Found in purple foods like berries, grapes, yes, including red wine, and red onions, quercetin is a plant pigment that acts as an enzyme inhibitor to help prevent the deactivation of curcumin in the body. Piperine, found in black pepper, a known inhibitor of hepatic and intestinal glucuronidation, helps slow down the absorption of curcumin by the liver, which breaks it down. Studies have shown that piperine can increase the bioavailability of curcumin. In clinical tests, humans receiving 2g curcumin had undetectable levels, or very low, in their blood. Yet combined with 20 mg piperine, humans had increased bioavailability of curcumin by up to 2,000%. With those 4 factors in mind, you can now make informed decisions on how best to make and take your golden milk. Let's start off with a basic recipe you can make in 5 minutes. Golden milk recipe serves 2 cups full-fat milk, 1½ teaspoons ground turmeric, half a teaspoon cinnamon powder, half a teaspoon ginger powder, pinch of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons raw honey, but adjust to taste. Notes on the recipe: the milk provides a liquid rich in fat as the basis for your drink, but any high-fat liquid can be used as a substitute, see later. Some recipes use fresh turmeric root, 2 inches, but you'll probably get a much lower concentration of curcumin using fresh root, so we recommend dried ground turmeric. Instead of ground ginger powder, some people advocate the use of fresh peeled ginger. You can use this, but it means adding another step in the process of making golden milk because it needs to be filtered through a sieve before drinking. The same can be said for using fresh turmeric root, or cinnamon sticks instead of cinnamon powder. For quicker golden milk, using powdered spices means you can eliminate this step. The honey adds a welcome sweetness to the earthy flavor of the turmeric, but there is also research that shows antibiotic benefits of adding honey to turmeric. For this reason, we use honey rather than other natural sweeteners like maple syrup. To make your golden milk, simply add all of the ingredients into a saucepan and heat gently. Bring the mixture to a slow simmer for a minute or 2 and then turn off the heat. Transfer to a mug and enjoy.